One of the keys to building a great website is to have a lot of great media available for people. In Wildfire, you're going to need to manage that media through our media library. So this video is going to introduce you to the media library and will show you how to upload and manage your media so it can be available for you to insert on your web pages. On the Wildfire menu, click on Work with Media. You'll see a link to Add Media Item. Note that when I hover over this link, you'll see 6 different media items here available. You can also click on Add Media Item, and you'll see the same 6 links below with a brief definition of each one. So when we talk about media items, we are talking about audio, which people can listen to. We're talking about documents, and these are ones that people can download. Images or photos, PDFs, which can be read online or downloaded, remote videos, which are YouTube videos or other types of videos that are hosted somewhere else, and video. When we say video, we mean a video that you upload and is locally hosted on your website. To add media to the library, you will click on whichever one of these items that you would want to upload. The process will be very similar for each of these, with an exception for remote video, which I'll cover at the end. I'll use audio as an example. So let's click on audio. The next page brings me to a media upload box, which is going to help me to search and select for files from my computer. Below the upload box, it shows me the maximum file size per individual file and the allowed file formats for this media category. Click on the link Add Files. A file browser opens, showing your computer's file system. Depending on your computer settings, this may look a little different for you. Find where the files are stored on your computer and choose one or more. Click Open at the bottom. Your files are now listed inside the gray frame and they're ready for upload. At this point, I could click on the Add Files button again and I could find more files. Or if I'm ready, I could just click on the Start Upload link. Once the files are uploaded successfully, they'll have a green dot with a check mark and the status will be 100. Click on the Continue button. This next screen gives us a chance to prepare how each media item will display on our website pages. You can edit the name of the media item how you would like it to show on your website. You can choose a thumbnail, which will be a little image that goes with your file. For audio, this is not necessary, but it is recommended as it makes your media more interesting. So you can find an associated file on your computer. You could check or uncheck Display Download Links. If you don't want the visitors to be able to download it, make sure it's unchecked. Otherwise, it's probably a good idea to let them download. You can also specify the scripture reference here. This is not mandatory, but it's helpful when you're looking for your files later. You can also just leave it general. Do this for each piece of media that you're uploading. Now when you're ready, you can click the Save button at the bottom of the screen. Here, you will see the contents of the media library. If you want to add something else, click Add Media, and you could choose to add more files. Let's add some pictures to our library. So I'll click on Image. In addition to clicking on Add Files, I can also drag and drop. If I have a window open on my computer which contains my files, I can simply select them and drop them in. I can hold down the Control button and select several files. That looks good, and I'll drag those ones in as well. If I want to add some more, I could do that this way. And when I'm happy with my files that are here, I click on Start Upload. Once the bar is finished and all the items are green, I can click Continue. You can rename the files here, and you also have to add alternative text to your images. This is a short description of the image, which is important to display text when the image is not loaded. You'll have to hit the Save button at the bottom of the screen. Let's go ahead and click on Add Media one more time. As mentioned before, the process to upload media to your media library is pretty much the same for all of these, with the one exception being remote video. So I have a YouTube video that I want to stream directly from my website. So to add it, you just click Remote Video. In this case, since I have a YouTube video, I'll find it on YouTube, and then all I have to do is copy the URL from the address bar. I'll highlight it and click Control-C. Then in here, under Video URL, I hit Control-V, and that pastes it in. And then you go to the bottom and click Save. So now you'll see this remote video item is at the top of my library. Okay, let's take a look at our media library now that we have several items here. Remember, this is going to include any documents, images, audio, video, including remote videos that you have loaded into your library. Items will appear in the order that they were uploaded, with the newest items at the top of the chart. So the columns in this media library include a thumbnail of your media, the media name, the type of media, when it was created, when it was updated, the file name, the file size, and you can do a variety of operations from over here. For instance, if I click on this, you'll see that I can edit, translate, view usage, or delete this media. So all of these media items in your library are now ready to go on your website, but before we start inserting them on your pages, let's look at a few more things in the library to point out. You can sort some of these things. If you hover the mouse over, you can see I could sort by updated, most recent, or oldest. I could sort by type. So you can see all the audio items are together, and then all the images, and so on and so on. At the very bottom, you'll see if you have a lot of media items, you might need to go to the next page. There's my PDFs, my remote videos, and my uploaded videos. You could sort by media name. Also, there's some bulk actions you can do. You could select several different pieces of media. So now I can delete media in bulk. And if you wanted to delete all the media on this page, you could click this check mark, which selects everything on the page. Uncheck it to uncheck everything on that page. Okay, let's look at another feature here under the filter. So you'll see this gray bar and a link on the left of it called filter. Click that. This is a way to help you search your library by creating a filter. You can filter by any combination of things such as media name, type, tags, which is why it's important for you to start adding tags to your media, and by scripture reference. There's another option in the media library to show it on grid display. At the top left, hover over Media Library, then click on Media Library Grid. This shows you a grid of all of your media items. All of the column information disappears, but you can click on the pencil icon on each piece of media to edit that media. You could also click the X to delete that piece of media. It'll ask you if you're sure. This action cannot be undone. Delete. The media filter and the bulk actions are still active. If you have a lot of items in your media library, the grid display may take up to several pages. So if you look at the bottom, you can see you can go to the next page and the next page. To return to the chart display, simply go up and click on Media Library again, and it will take you back to this display. Another thing that you can do in your media library is to look at the usage display. Hover your cursor over Media Library, and in the drop-down you'll see Media Usage. Click on that. The media library changes from the standard chart to a simplified chart. In the far right column, Usage Count shows the number of places on the website where each item is used. Click on the usage count to access more details for that specific media item. A new chart appears. The column Entity on the left lists the pages where the item is used. The column Status on the right indicates whether the page is published or not. So we hope this video has helped you to understand the media library and how to build your library and how to manage it. For information on how to insert this media on your web pages, you'll see that in some of the later videos.